Well, it's happened. The Prime Vault has reopened in Prime Vault. Yeah. Update 30.0.8 or hotfix number 4 on console because it's live everywhere. Meaning, well, Mirage and Banshee are now back in the Prime Vault, and what we have is the relics dropping for Zephyr Prime, Chroma Prime, the Tybran Prime, the Cronin Prime, Rubico Prime, the Gram Prime. You can, if you want, buy the Prime accessories that is just the accessories. It's the Sandana and the armor for the Chroma one, and for the Zephyr one, well, it's the Operator outfit and the Kubra armor or Kavat armor. I think it's Kavat, yes. It's the Kavat armor with the Kavat incubator segment upgrade kit and everything else, as well as the Prime Gene masking kit. You can pick up the other Prime stuff, but it's everything, the weapons and the frames, their relics are now dropping in the game once again. The relics for these can be found in the Void. They also drop from drop packs or the relic packs for syndicates, but as you can see, the new relics have the Tybran Prime, Zephyr Prime, and Chroma Prime, all on there together. And the Gram Prime. I kind of missed the Gram Prime earlier, I think. There is, well, quite a few new relics, if we're being honest. These are the 4 that will have Chroma parts on, being the Axie G5, the Lith C8, the Meso R8, and the Neo Z4. The Axie G5, Lith C8, Meso R4, and the Neo Z8 are the ones that have Zephyr parts on. Of course, these relics do have other things, and some of them will cross over between Chroma, Zephyr, the Gram, and the Tybran. Gram Prime has 3. There's the Axie G5 relic, the Meso R4 relic, and the Neo Z8 relic. The Rubico has 4 relics. There's the Lith C8 relic, the Lith T6 relic, yeah, Rubico, common. I had a question, that one. The Meso R4 relic that has the main blueprint as the rare drop, and the Neo K3 relic. Tybran has its receiver on the Axie G5 relic, the Lith C8 relic holds the blueprint, the Lith T6 relic holds the stock as the rare drop, and the Neo K3 relic has the barrel. And finally, the Cronin with the T6 relic having the prime handle. You will probably need 2 of these. The blade being the rare on the Neo K3 relic, and the Neo Z8 relic having the blueprint as the common drop. Of course, the reason you will need 2 of them, apart from the blueprint, you only need 1 blueprint from the Neo Z8. You will need 2 of the Neo K3 and 2 of the Lith T6. Of course, that is assuming you get the drop that you require. Never works out that way, especially not when it's a rare. Weird. I don't have any Cronin blades or handles, but you can see you need 2 blades and 2 handles to build the Cronin Prime. And the weird thing about this is, since they announced the return of this, I kind of left mine equipped. I've already mentioned the fact that the Gram Prime, it's not the best of heavy blades. It is a good heavy blade. There is better ones. The Galatine Prime may be just a tiny little bit better, but, well, I used the normal Gram for such a long time. If I had to choose between all heavy blades, it would be the Gram Prime or the War every time. That's why I use the 2-handed Nakana. Don't have to question that one anymore. The Tybran is actually a pretty good primary as well. Can't really fault this thing that much, but out of all of the weapons to go for from this entire drop, the Cronin Prime probably is the better of the melee weapons. As for the rifles themselves, this is good, but, and sadly, I would have to say the Rubico is just better. I like the Rubico quite a lot. For a lot of different things, different missions, it is just a really good sniper rifle. And if I had to choose between the 2, have to go Rubico every day of the week. And same kind of goes for the frames. As good as Zephyr is, because Zephyr's abilities have been reworked over time and generally are pretty good. I really like the turbulence, and let's be honest, the amount of tornadoes you see flying around in missions is great. It's really good for crowd control. But she came with this guy, and let's be honest, brutally honest, Chroma Prime with the whole everybody keeps telling me he's really good for credit farming and such at the minute, I would still choose him despite that. The whole being able to change elements with him, having the effigy, kind of spewing fire from your mouth that can be changed into toxin or electricity or ice. Really, really do like this frame quite a lot. There is other reasons as to why I don't use him so much, but of the two, I would definitely go for this over Zephyr. But Zephyr is still a really good frame. Having, if you could only choose one, it would just be too hard to say one over the other, but would have to say Chroma. There is 3 months. Remember, it's the relics for these that will go away when they go back into the vault. The frames themselves won't. So once this Prime Vault ends, you will be able to still build, trade parts, trade relics, open relics that you have. It's the relics themselves will no longer be dropping, and as pre-mentioned, they only drop from the void. They do drop from bounties in the open world, so the Cambion Drift bounties, Cetus bounties, Orb Valis bounties can also drop these, but it's the void is the only mission that kind of drops these. The bounties, it's a completion bonus or just a completion reward, and well, it's the relic packs that you open from syndicates. That's usually where I get them from, because I just don't play in the void as much as I used to, and it kind of haunts me at times, because I used to live in the void and on Lure. I just don't go there anymore, which is why I think I'm saving myself for the void open world. But hey, we'll find out soon. TennoCon 2021. Hopefully they announce that that is coming this year, or hopefully they'll do what they did with the whole Cambion Drift side of things and just go, oh yeah, it's coming, by the way, here it is. Ta-da! Never happened though. Looking through the list of changes and fixes and everything else that come with this, link to the forum post about this, as always, will be in the description below. There's little tweaks for a lot of things, but by far one of the weirdest ones I came across, and I've completely lost it now. The Skinterland, they've made it bigger. It won't be Railjack, it's got to be in... where is it? There it is! They increased the size of Skinterland to make it easier to pick up and see. It is already huge. If you've ever seen it floating around, it's massive. Well, it's bigger again. They also did something kind of weird with the aim glide functions in relays, and I'm sorry, but I have to go and try this because... okay, not what I want to do. As they say, it all comes down to the fact that the dry dock is here, and, well, on relays you couldn't do what you could do in the clan dojo, which is basically aim glide. And the weird function of this is... oh no, he's not. It looked like he was aiming a gun there before. It's not, the hand's behind it. And this all comes with certain out-of-bound areas that aren't really out of bounds, they're just difficult to get to. And how do I demonstrate this without getting into trouble? Not in trouble for showing it, in trouble for what happens on my screen when we try and look at my Railjack. I turned it back to the normal colour and that happens every time I look at it. But you can see the path beneath me, and well, it's just a nice place to go to have a look at your Railjack. So it wasn't really accessible before, but obviously it is now. What I would love one day to see for optimizations, fixes and everything else is after the mission has completed for Railjack, just give it an option to leave squad rather than quit mission, because I'm so sick of gaining quit missions and everything else on my profile, because there is no way to leave a mission without quitting. Not to mention the fact you can also possibly lose everything because of that. It's slightly annoying, but maybe one day. In the meantime, I think we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.